A rock guitarist will play one scale over an entire chord progression, while a jazz guitarist is going to play the chord tones of each individual chord within the chord progression. So let's say the chord progression is practice form 1, 3, 4. So if I'm using rock mentality, I'm thinking it's F minor, right? Even though there's 3 distinct chords that don't necessarily all relate to F minor diatonically, so there's a few levels of rock guitar here, but like basic level rock guitar, you're like F minor. More specifically, F minor pentatonic. Let's hear it. 3, 4. So can you spot what's missing right away? Well, you're going to be able to spot it when I approach it like a jazz guitarist. 3, 4. You can tell the difference, right? I'm just targeting the chord tones when I'm playing like a jazz guitarist. Now notice it doesn't change that I'm still kind of sounding like a rock guitarist underneath it all. You can use jazz mentality in rock and you can use rock mentality in jazz. Now, every so often, you have the rare breed of Holdsworthian descendants where the flawless integration of both mentalities is a single unified mentality. And so we're speaking to this larger trend where the rock guitarists are all wanting to adopt the jazz mentality. And so I'm here to tell you exactly what that is. You know you want that precision, but you're not exactly sure what that precision looks like. It's the triads. That's the precision you're looking for. And I can say that with more and more confidence every day that goes by because the conversations I'm having with you, I know I'm hitting it right on the head with that. That integrated mastery is just ascending towards that increasing level of harmonic precision and understanding this is a spiral practice where you'll revisit language that you had in the previous life. You'll revisit your stock language, but you'll revisit it with this fundamental triadic awareness, providing you with a new perspective as how you can wield your stock language, your language that wasn't constructed with triads in mind. And that is what it all breaks down to, is like we've all got stock licks. And I'm not saying to throw out your stock licks. I'm saying to complement your stock licks with the triadic fundamental. And that little tiny bit of triadic precision goes such a long way. And you can see that in this example really well because a lot of the time I'm playing straight up rock licks. Like on that F minor, it's hard to tell if I'm a rock guitarist or a jazz guitarist. You can really only tell that I'm a jazz guitarist on the C7. You can also hear it when I hit that 1 of D flat at the top of the form. That's gonna give it away that I'm a jazz guitarist, but that's a tough spot right there because if you don't play that D flat, you pretty much sound like a rock guitarist. All the other notes are ignorant, and rock is sort of about that ignorance, that willful ignorance. Jazz is like housekeeping, like do your homework, clean up, get the cobwebs out of your mind, see music with clarity, dare to comprehend the full paradigm. And once you comprehend it, you full circle back to your old licks, and now you have a whole new context for applying them. Now from here, there's 2 different directions I can take this video in. One would be speaking to the higher level musicians, and one would be speaking to the more basic musicians who are just trying to get this idea of harmonic rhythm in your mind. And I feel you guys. I feel you guys from the bottom of my heart. If you're struggling with chord changes, you understand everything I'm talking about on an intuitive level, but you're lacking the language and the technical skills and the technical awareness to match your ear to your physical playing ability, to your musical manifestation ability. The fastest path you can take is just mastering the triads. That's the fastest path there. It doesn't even take more than 6 months to completely master this concept and be able to wield it in high level harmonic rhythms, like stuff like for sure Coltrane changes on the table pretty quickly in the process. Because the moment you can comprehend the Coltrane changes, There's never going to be anything you'll see that's harder than that. You'll be able to rip solos with impeccable intention in any context imaginable if you can understand how to apply triads to Coltrane changes. It's just a good old benchmark. But to be fair, if you don't have an interest in going that full distance, an entire universe of possibility is held right here in Practice Form 1. And that's my meme of this whole channel. I'm going to always go back to Practice Form 1. I'm pretty much going to use that in every single example. Intro level to harmonic mastery, Practice Form 1. Master level of harmonic mastery, Coltrane changes. That's the spectrum of what we're talking about here. So let's just focus on Practice Form 1 right now, because I'm going to cut it a little bit deeper for you guys. So I'm going to go a little bit high level, where I'm going to show you how to use rock mentality as the icing on the cake of your jazz mentality. So for example, in this exact situation, I'm going to play the triad on D flat, the triad on C, and then on the F minor, I'm going to play some F tonic minor sounds, some F melodic minor sounds. And here's where it's going to cut extra deep, is the D natural and the F tonic minor cutting over to the D flat that starts the form. If you can get that and understand that cut, that's the cut. So hear that, right? Look at Practice Form 1. You're going to hear this deeply woven cut. That's an obvious choice. Basic voice leading 101, but extra pungent, right? 3, 4. That thing, you know it. Now this goes into a whole separate topic of the cosmic blues, the tonic blues, the melodic minor blues, the cosmic blues, the minor bebop. So if you're taking notes and you got questions, comment everything you want me to talk about in future videos. That voice leading cut. What do you want to know more about? What do you want to understand about? And now if you're still watching this video, oh, you get the special reward. So this coming Thursday, April 17th, I'm starting a new live triad mastery class. It's Systems for Creation, but on WAP. If you haven't heard of WAP, you're going to hear about it. Anyway, I just made another Systems for Creation, and that whole entire school is going to be a $30 monthly subscription. And it's one class per week, Thursday at 3:30. It's a live class, Q&A, completely interactive. It's a whole community and everything's recorded and archived. And it's like, you don't have to come every week. We're talking about like triadic fluency in every lesson, and we're just answering specific questions related to triadic fluency. And a lot of you already know about this because you're on the Fretboard Mastery mailing list, so you already heard about this. But it feels like most people who watch my YouTube channel did get Fretboard Mastery, so this is basically for all you guys. Just a reminder, you probably already saw the email because I know some of you guys already locked it in. So if you want to be one of the ground floor OGs, $30 monthly subscription, every Thursday class, be a legend of the program, Systems for Creation on WAP, link in the description to get that. Limited stock, and then when the stock runs out, price goes up. Right now, on this video today, those are going for $30 on April 15th, 2025. And we'll see how far this thing goes, right? I'm just gonna like literally talk about triadic mastery, any tune you want to talk about, anything we could ever talk about, and then every lesson is recorded and archived forever, and it's just this WAP of just that. That's all it is. The OG Systems for Creation, that's now like the inner circle, right? You know, it's more intimate. It's more like step-by-step comprehensive. You're invested in getting outcomes really quickly when you're in Systems for Creation, OG level. But over here, this is more like fun and casual, but it's gonna get deep. It's gonna get super comprehensive. Like what's gonna emerge out of that is gonna be insane. As there's more classes archived, you know, I'll just organically build the thing out of this like basic triadic mastery thing that we're essentially talking about here in this video, but just getting really deep and comprehensively specific, using range optimized pathways from Fretboard Mastery, but then building on those and actually reaching melodic minor. Like start to see melodic minor in your range optimized pathways. It's a beautiful thing. That's where fretboard mastery goes. You got those shells, but then you've got the like. And that's in the intro to fretboard mastery. I bring that up. I talk about the melodic minor reverse engineering. So I'm actually not even surprising a lot of you. But anyway, that's the kind of stuff we're going to get into on Systems for Creation on WAP. So lock in your $30 monthly subscription. I'll see you in class on Thursday, and we'll start making the leap from just a rock guitarist to a jazz guitarist, but then full circling back to being a rock guitarist who understands everything that a jazz guitarist understands. That's my personal favorite. All right, see you on WAP.